Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Things have never been as difficult as they are now, and it's happening from the side of Pakistanis. This is extremely regrettable, and a few individuals have committed a huge injustice with this institution to fulfill their own desires. The reason behind this is that the military establishment's people, for their personal benefits or to favour their preferred politicians or friends, have done something to the Pakistani public that has led them to fall into hatred. And preparations are being made to expel the Taliban and the army from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There are 3 or 4 things in this matter that some of you may already know, but I will also tell you things that you don't know yet regarding how efforts are being made to expel the army from the tribal areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and other areas. The first piece of news is that people from Khyber have come out in large numbers. You can also see the scenes of this. These people have brought the Holy Quran with them. They have raised the Quran on their heads, and in large numbers the people of Khyber, unarmed, numbering between 8 to 10,000, march toward the areas where the Taliban have their strongholds. These people walked on foot and headed towards those areas of Khyber where the Taliban's bases are located. They had the Holy Quran on their heads, and upon reaching those bases they sat in front of them. Through their representatives they made a demand to the Taliban to leave their area and go away. They said, "We do not want you here." They've given a deadline until August 5th, which means they've asked for 1 week. Local people have also informed the Taliban and announced that, just as we have sat in front of the Taliban's bases and asked them to leave our area, similarly, once the Taliban leave, we will gather in large numbers and go to the army's bases and tell them to leave our area as well. We want you to vacate the city areas, the barracks, and leave the borders as well. Now, under what law did the army take control of these areas? I will explain that to you, and it is very important. You should listen carefully so you can understand. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there is a law. You can search for it on Google as well. This law is called Actions in Aid of Civil Power. It was regulated in 2011 during the government of Asif Ali Zardari. At that time, Asif Ali Zardari passed a special law for peacekeeping in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, particularly for the Fatah and Pata areas, which is called Actions in Aid of Civil Power. After the enactment of this law, the army gained many powers in these areas. These powers included the ability to arrest, kidnap, interrogate, detain and conduct operations in different places, as well as set up temporary or permanent bases in these areas. So the army was given many powers under this law. Later, when the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, government came into power in 2018 and merged Fatah with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Shah Farman issued a notification, and Imran Khan was behind this notification. This notification, issued by the governor, extended the same powers granted under Actions in Aid of Civil Power to the entire province. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf in the past has also made mistakes. This matter was challenged in court by human rights groups and political parties. They argued that the powers given to the army in the entire Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province were a violation of human rights, as they were originally meant only for the tribal areas. The Peshawar High Court ruled that the powers granted to the army under this law should be ended, as it was a violation of human rights. However, the Advocate General of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the lawyer for the provincial government, obtained a stay order from the court. So, for now, this case is still pending. If the provincial government lifts this stay, the legal justification for the army's powers will end. This would mean that the army will no longer be able to operate in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in the way they currently do under this law. This legal cover for the army will be removed. Therefore, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government had given the army this power to operate across the entire province, similar to how it was in the tribal areas when operations were happening in 2011. This law was applied to the tribal areas, but when PTI came into power, it extended this authority to the entire province. The Advocate General of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has filed a stay petition against the Peshawar High Court's decision. If that stay is lifted, then the army will no longer be able to operate in the same way. Another major development is that the local people want the army to close its cantonments in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, specifically in populated areas. The army has created these cantonments in various regions, and the locals now want these cantonments removed, and they want things to return to normal. Moreover, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has sent a strong message as well. Journalist Mohammed Fahim, a well-known journalist, shared an emergency resolution from the Provincial Secretariat of PTI in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. This resolution is very important. You need to listen and understand what PTI is planning to do next. It's a strict step that PTI has taken regarding this matter. According to the resolution, the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa PTI committee has strongly condemned the state violence against the people, especially the brutal incident of July 27, 2025, and demanded that the army's deployment in the province be reconsidered. The committee argues that the long-term military deployment under Article 245 of the Constitution has created a situation where power has become uncontrollable, accountability is practically non-existent, and basic human rights are being violated, resulting in a deterioration of local peace and stability. The committee demands that the federal government revoke all notifications under Article 245 within 15 days and announce the withdrawal of military forces from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The PTI members of the Provincial Assembly are instructed to immediately table a resolution in the Assembly to pass this demand and garner support from other parties for it. The committee also urges the provincial government to ask the Advocate General to file a petition in the Supreme Court to reverse the order of December 22, 2023, which had given the army further authority. If this petition is filed, it will annul the current powers granted to the army in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In conclusion, PTI has demanded that the military's authority be curbed and that it cease operating in the province under the powers granted by Article 245. This would return control to the local government and allow the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa to have more say in their own affairs. Identify the responsible individuals and recommend strict legal action against them. Additionally, it is demanded that not only the Tira incident, but also drone strikes and any operation resulting in the deaths or injuries of civilians be immediately registered as FIRs. This should be done so that criminal investigations are conducted in accordance with the complete criminal procedure and reach their rightful conclusion. There are other demands as well, but the main point is this: the Advocate General of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa should withdraw the stay petition he has filed so that the additional powers held by the military in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa can be ended. This has also been stated by the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, party. A resolution should also be presented in this regard. Furthermore, the local people are urging the Taliban to leave, and they have already spoken to them in a stern manner. Now they will go to the military and ask them to vacate the area. The question arises, will the military vacate the area? Look, this is a battle for control over civilization. If you observe carefully, many people have pointed out that the Taliban kill military personnel and the military kills Taliban members. Sometimes both of these groups end up killing locals as well. In collateral damage, many local civilians are killed, displaced, and a lot of other things happen. However, no one ever targets the trucks that are transporting civilization from here. For example, today I was talking to a local politician. He told me that there is an area called Withdrawal. This area is home to some of the best civilization in the world. This area, located in the tribal regions, has the world's best civilization. A military establishment had promised that they would vacate the area by May 15th. But this promise has not been fulfilled yet. The forests in Withdrawal have been completely destroyed, and copper is continuously being extracted from here. This is a major copper mining project, and it is a huge copper mine. The name of the project is Mohammed Kell Copper Mining Project. There are large deposits of copper here, stretching across several kilometers. Copper is being extracted from here, allegedly without any tender process. The Frontier Works Organization, or FWO, has been granted a copper lease in Waziristan without any tender, and copper continues to be extracted. Politicians have raised concerns about this. They have repeatedly asked how this lease was granted without any tender process. This area has billions of rupees worth of copper. I was speaking to a provincial minister, and he said that they don't receive anything from this. The FWO mines copper here, and possibly some Chinese companies are involved as well, but the entire area is under control. There's a kind of curfew in place, and local people are not allowed to enter. They cannot even go there. Copper is being extracted, but the local people or the public are not benefiting from it. The people are forced to live in camps, away from their relatives or scattered here and there. They cannot return to their homes because mining is taking place there, and the trees are being cut down. This land belonged to the locals, and these were their belongings. 2 or 3 things are now clear, and it is said that this contract was awarded during the tenure of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Even if it was granted before the merger of FATA with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, PTI should have addressed this matter after the merger. Every contract should be awarded through a tender process. If FWO is awarded a contract without a tender, what does that mean? It means that the military subsidiary is being awarded a contract without any competition, and no other party can compete with them. How can a private investor, businessman, or entrepreneur compete with such an organization? They have immense power and can do whatever they want. As was the case during Imran Khan's tenure, these practices continued, and they continue today as well. But the good thing is that the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa have understood, and Imran Khan has also realized very clearly what is in Pakistan's best interest. Pakistan's establishment has used the country's interest to its advantage. They have always said this is in the interest of Pakistan, while pushing the actual benefits of the country aside. Now, the incident in Wadi Tira took place, and PTI members are claiming that the first place where the incident occurred, with military officers and others present, was a government-owned property. These government officials were nominated to represent the tribal chiefs, and Shamsuddin, a candidate for MPA from Fazlur Rahman's party, was also present. During the Wadi Tira incident, Fazlur Rahman's party was the first to make pleas and request rescue operations. The establishment, upon knocking on their door, called a jirga and said, "Bring the money, we'll help you with this." But people are becoming increasingly angry, and they are not ready to listen anymore. The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government even offered them more money, but money alone does not work. No FIR has been filed so far. Imran Khan had stated that an FIR should be filed for every incident. On one side, the Prime Minister claims that these sharpshooters opened fire and killed people. So today, a large number of locals went to the Taliban's stronghold, but there were no casualties. Yesterday, when the same people went to the brigade headquarters, they were shot at. We have to think about what the public is thinking, what the institutions are thinking, and which direction we are heading in. For the sake of fulfilling the desires of a few individuals, should the most powerful and valuable institution in Pakistan be thrown in front of the people like this? This is not wisdom or intelligence. For the happiness of one or two people, Pakistan cannot afford to make such a huge sacrifice. Pakistan's institutions and the people of Pakistan need to think about this. The intellectuals must continue to discuss this. Gandapur should have filed an FIR for the incidents of yesterday, as well as for the drone attacks. The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government still has not filed an FIR for any drone attack, which it should have done. After seeing Gandapur's last press conference or media talk, I felt that he may have been hoping that the establishment would find a way out. He may have hoped that the establishment would not corner them further, and that perhaps Imran Khan would come out and find a solution for the country. But it seems that Gandapur may have become disillusioned. Maybe what I'm saying is wrong, or I might be misinterpreting things, but it appears that Gandapur is losing hope in this system. It looks like he has realized that things won't improve with simple measures, and that practical action or increasing pressure will be needed. So we are now seeing this growing pressure, but there is still no FIR. No FIR has been filed for any drone attack. This is being claimed as the work of the Taliban, but the FIR must be filed. Without an FIR, there will be no investigation. This is something no one wants. Now, the Wadi Tira incident happened, shots were fired, and people were martyred, but still, no FIR has been filed. I asked a provincial minister about it. I asked him, has an FIR been filed yet? He clearly told me no, there has been no FIR yet. As for the legal situation in Pakistan, it has been reported that Imran Khan's request for acquittal in the Toshakhana case has not been heard for 7 months. This is according to journalist Iftikhar Khani, who says that no formal hearings have been held for 7 months, setting a record in Pakistan which has never happened before. Imran Khan and Bushra Bibi's Toshakhana case has not even had a hearing on the application filed on January 22nd. This is the state of the law and justice in Pakistan right now. The most powerful personalities in Pakistan are in a fight. On one side is Imran Khan, and on the other side is General Asim Munir. The public is suffering in the middle of this battle, and the institutions are suffering as well. To simplify it, the issue is that this is a fight between General Asim Munir and Imran Khan. Imran Khan does not want to bow to the establishment, and Asim Munir sees him as a threat. As a result, the public is suffering and the institutions are caught in the middle of this. Although this battle should not exist, one is a national leader and the other is a government employee. A national leader and a government official should not be in a conflict. But for now, the country is being run based on stubbornness. This kind of hatred will not help the country run smoothly. The military establishment should not be running the country with hatred. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.